So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day one of the Fisticuffs. I'm joined by the bold King Cole. And tonight, Cole, is going to be a very interesting matchups indeed. We're going to do it, but there are quite a few of them tonight. So I'm going to pick and choose at random here to see which ones we could talk about. I think the first one we can talk about is the second one of the night, Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick versus Metro. Patrick and Metro are pretty old boxers, Metro being the oldest active, and Patrick obviously synonymous into the scene. So it'll be old guard versus old guard tonight. And with Metro and Patrick's expertise, we could be expecting it to be rather close, couldn't we?
Oh, definitely so. This like a battle of the old gods, one always comes up on top. And considering the fact that we've seen some past matches between the two, I can't wait to see what they have in store.
I think there's on fight night, I reckon, as well. I have not actually been to many fight nights as of recent, sadly. Oh well, that's on my New Year's to make it so I visit more fight nights. In terms of Metro's history, he won in the Clash. It's his only tournament. It was the Clash. It was a while ago. He won against Mr. Mega Glovitsky and lost to Jojo in the quarterfinals. And I don't think Patrick has a record on here for this season. He doesn't. So that's going to be interesting. So this is Patrick's debut to season 9. This is Metro's only a few outings. So maybe a little bit of ring rust, maybe.
Perhaps. I mean, after all, the last match that Metro had, a 4-3. I do apologize.
No worries.
Yeah, Metro did win 4 matches in the past and lost only a couple of them. And I definitely think this might be a good outing for a good debut for Patrick.
Oh yeah, he has been quite good on the fight night scene as far as I remember. In terms of other matches on the bracket tonight, aside from them two, of course, we have Floof versus Baxter as well. That's I think the running order of the 4th match for tonight. Baxter has a decently good run. He has pretty high punching accuracy of 81%. So he's one of the higher ones up there. And his record, while it hasn't been particularly too stellar, it's against Picasso, who's making his first match of the season. No, correction, he isn't his first match of the season. But it's his first tournament since the European Finals, where he lost 1-2 to Space Vegemite. So do you reckon that Picasso might have a little bit of struggle here, considering that Baxter is the fresher guy?
I definitely think he might have a little bit of a struggle, especially with Baxter's accuracy. Let's just hope he's able to bob and weave away from those punches.
Absolutely. And the final match I'll go to tonight, we'll keep this nice and consistent. We've got a busy night ahead of us, is, let's pick and choose, the last match of the first round, Comfort and Axeman. Axeman, not particularly too seasoned. He has a mediocre average punching accuracy of 72%. But Comfy Len is one of the favorites because he won the European Finals and is theoretically, according to the Glico rankings, ranked number 1 in the league. So because he's beaten the top 3, so Axeman's got a bit of a mountain to climb, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, as long as Axeman knows how to wield those fists, I'm pretty sure he might see himself a victory.
Our first match for tonight, which is going to be Delta Dial versus Punchy Boyo. Punchy Boyo is, I think, coming from season 8. I don't think he has. No, he does have a record. Punchy Boyo's record is 1 win against Picasso, 2-0, and loss against Spartan 1-3 in the Boxing Day Classic. So, as a rounds get underway, they have to eat this. Now, this tournament, actually, before I say anything, this tournament has a very specific stipulation. The tournament itself is you have to consume a steak at the start of the round, and otherwise it is regular KGBs, I think. So, the steak's going to be an interesting, weird, gimmicky mechanic, isn't it? Going to be Cole, because they're going to be faster. They're going to be receiving more damage. I think it's only 4 punches instead of 5. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I gotta say, the buffalo steak sandwich definitely going to be a real treat for anyone who's interested in this boxing match. That's for certain. Especially with those stat boosts and debuffs. That will definitely make it more interesting.
Especially with the speed as well, I feel. Look at them go. Look at how speedy they are. Jeez. It's been a while since I've actually tested the stakes. I tested them when I was still in command of European Fight Night and back when it was still a thing. And the beta testing was interesting. It was very, very interesting. Indeed. So we'll see what that has to come up with. And of course, this is going to be... it's going to be interesting, very, very interesting. It's going to be Delta Dial, I think one of the Delta's first matches. So, Delta has got a little bit lack of experience, I feel. Punchy Boyo, he's definitely more seasoned, do you reckon? Definitely more seasoned, and he's probably got a little bit more experience behind him, Cole.
Definitely so. Well, let's just hope that steak also has the same amount of seasoning, shall we?
So round 1, both of them chewing and munching on them juicy steaks as they both charge towards the ring. Punchy Boy making a lot of charge here. Delta a little bit flailing around, doesn't really know where he is, and that was very textbook aggression tactics, Cole, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, textbook indeed. And that wasn't a fight, that was a street brawl.
Son of the bell. You made it up.
Best 2. Whoa, hold on a minute. Spogo is in the ring. What's your call?
False start. Started. Red Boxer started for the bell. That's a warning.
Round number 2. Best 2 out of 3. Loser of this one goes home. Punchy immediately out with the aggression. Gets hit in kind by Delta. Both of them backing each other up against the ropes. Punch is being missed all over the place. What is happening? There's ice cube.
Now what happened there? What you just saw was a dance of legends. That's what happened.
High calorie snack. Both boxers eating their steaks. Punchy Boyo getting a little bit of a better start. Immediately out with the aggression. Punchy Boyo keeping his ground sane. And Delta Dial just gets back to the corner with the aggression. Punchy Boyo wins 2-1. He's moving on to the quarterfinals, Cole.
Amazing. I gotta say, the steak sandwich actually requires people to actually be more aggressive than defensive. Otherwise, you'll be paying the price.
Now we're moving on to match number 2 of the evening. Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick versus Metro. Now,
all right, boys. All right,
these two
so,
have a lot of history.
all right, boys. 3 warm-up rounds. However, you're gonna be following the NHBL rules,
Boy.
right?
Let's just see if let's just hope there's going to be history being made here.
So warm-ups will begin now. Warm-ups will begin now. Pretty decent fight between the pair of these two. In general, though, I'd say that Metro has got a little bit more experience, considering that he has been around since season 2. But with Metro's current record, Metro might not be up in the best of shapes right now, Cole.
Let's just hope that buffalo sandwich doesn't go straight to his hips.
Very high calorie diet. He has got a decent punching record, 76% accuracy. It's above the average of 73%. But Patrick, I think I've seen quite a bit of Patrick to know. I don't know if you've been to Fight Night Cole as much, but I think Patrick might, because Patrick and Sagewell had a fantastic rivalry at the house show events for Fight Night. They were just amazingly good, and I feel like because of that, Patrick could definitely hit his punches well. His strategies are a little bit more open. His strategy a little bit more variable than most other boxers, especially the older ones. So I reckon that Patrick has got a decent chance to win this. I feel cool.
Go.
Oh, definitely so. I mean, we don't have as much statistics on him as of yet, but if he's able to keep up the pace, I gotta say he might be able to put himself into the higher 20s.
Here we go, munching and crunching on those healthy steaks. Patrick, kind of a little bit of aggressive there. Patrick does whiff a couple of punches. I think the speed might be getting to them a little bit here. Metro commanding more ring presence, but Patrick staying passive on these ropes. And they're missing punches wildly. And Patrick, Jesus.
Perfect. That was a perfect knockout.
Perfect. As he did suffer one punch, but I think the speed might be getting to them, Cole. Do you reckon?
Oh, definitely so. A lot of the people of the older seasons are so used of being sluggish, but the fact that they're now getting access to speed might definitely be an Achilles heel, so to speak.
Round number 2, both of them eating their steaks pretty on time at the exact same time. Both of them a little bit passive out of the gate. Patrick taking immediate aggression, does miss a couple of punches. Metro responding pretty darn good at times. Oh my goodness me, Patrick moves on 2-0, but that was a close second round, Cole.
Oh yeah, that was a close one. Metro nearly got the final punch on the professor, and now he's out of the ring.
He jumped and fell, he tripped. What a silly boy. Next match, Chicken versus Random Puncher. Considering this might be Random Puncher's first outing in the NHBL, he's got a big mountain to climb in these 2 rounds, hasn't he, Cole?
Oh yeah. Everyone starts out at starts in the valley, but eventually they reach to the mountain cliff and get to the top. Let's just hope he reaches there.
Absolutely. Random Puncher, do you actually, before I begin, because of the ranking system, I might be misremembering him as Punchy Boyo. Actually, no, wait, no, never mind. I'm stupid. But yeah, pretty much, Random Puncher has got less experience than Chicken. He's not exactly as well seasoned. I think he's a fight night person who hasn't really gone to the big top, but Chicken definitely has. Chicken, of course, came second in last season's finals, if I remember correctly. So Chicken has performed big on the big stage. So Random Puncher might be feeling a little bit of pressure against the second place boxer of last season.
Well, I gotta say that might change up a couple of things for the new blood. Exactly,
they could new blood versus pretty much the now I can regard Chicken as old guard. I feel I think I can safely say Chicken is old guard. And of course he's had a fantastic career in the HFC as well before he was too well known. Because think about this. Are the warm-up rounds done? Before I take it? Okay, one more, I feel. Think about this. The HFC, very very old thing, and it had random crits. So, not exactly a great environment to be in. The ring was way too small. So, round number 1 of Tour. Chicken immediately out with the aggression. Punchy, Random Puncher staying a little bit more cautious. Chicken landing some pretty decent blows, but Random Puncher takes it off of the start. I think Chicken was over aggressive for himself, Cole.
Oh yeah, definitely. So he was trying to go. He was trying to end the match as soon as possible, but he kept forgetting how to strafe.
Sound the bell. You may begin. Did the bell sound at all? No? Okay, no. Okay. I was making sure, yeah, no. I was making sure it was a visual glitch. Audio glitch. Okay, yeah, no, right. That's blue penalty, false start for blue boxer.
Alrighty, Chicken a little bit quicker on the gun there. Hopefully that'll bring it a little bit there. Puncher being a little bit more reserved. Chicken losing a punch right off the bat. and Chicken just kind of losing sight of what he's doing right here. This could be very, very
this
close.
Could be a
Chicken
clinch.
backed up against the back of the ropes. Oh, baited him into the punch. Nicely done. Chicken just looked kind of a little bit out of it there during that round. Didn't he, Cole? He was strafing around weird.
Yep, just like Chicken had did the chicken dance and won in the process.
There we go. I think it spoke of his mic that Clay's not being able to hear. Nevertheless, round number 3. Chicken backs up against the ropes. Punchy with a little bit more of an aggressive stance, taking ring dominance early. Punchy might be able to get something done here. Oh, 2 punches have gone. 2 of them go. And Chicken wins through Punch's mistake.
And I honestly thought Chicken was actually going to lose since he lost so much health during the beginning part of the match. It's always nice to be proven wrong.
Our 4th match tonight is Floof versus Baxter. Floof, also known as Picasso, for those who don't necessarily know. Picasso last season particularly had a very interesting showing. He beat Spotton. The only tournament he did take part in last season was the My Variety, where he beat Spotton 2-1 and lost to Chicken 2-3. So as warm-ups begin,
Oh my gosh.
let's take a look at that.
To your corners. Thank you.
So let's take a look at that as the warm-ups get underway. Pretty much the whole premises behind.
Right. You got your sandwiches? I mean, your steaks. Got your steaks? Right. No, you don't. All right. So, common rules, right? As you've seen before, right? Follow NHBL rules. No jumping, no crouching, right? 3 warm-up rounds. Are you ready? Warm-ups. All right. Here we go.
All right. So as I was saying, pretty much Picasso's history has only really included those 2 matches, but they are very interesting results because Spotton lost during the My Variety Bracket last season, and he lost to Chicken 2-3. And in this season, his record has not been particularly too great this season. He is currently, well, quote unquote, ranked 26th. He lost his 2 last matches. The first match was losing against Punchy Boyo in the Boxing Day Classic. The second one against Space, which went 2-1 in the Europeans. So I reckon with this win over Baxter, I reckon he's got something to prove, hasn't he, Cole?
Oh yeah, definitely needs something to prove, and hopefully he might show it off today.
Absolutely, because Picasso, to me, very capable Fight Night boxer when I knew him from the Fight Night scene. So it's basically old commentator who knows what he's doing versus one of the more overlooked Fight Night boxers, I feel. He's not been particularly too active though, so maybe there's a little bit of ring rust involved. But Bax is fresher. Bax has had a taste of the new blood.
Let's go.
Well, I think that's just a steak, son.
It's just a steak. You reckon so? Maybe this entire tournament kind of throws out the window like the Boxing Day Classic because it's a different gimmick that they're not used to. Nom 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 time as we reach the 4th round, round number 1. Baxter taking a little bit more of the cautious approach, coming out with the aggression very wisely there. Floof trying to bait him into more punches. Bax backing up into the corner a little bit. Floof taking more aggression. Both very, very close. Baxter pounces first from that stalemate, and Baxter goes 1-0 up. Cole.
Fantastic. The bob and weaving tactics from Bax had paid off.
1-0 to Bax next, and it's match point for him as well. Baxter coming out. Both of them a little bit tentative to start off. Both of them dancing around a little bit. No one wanted to take outright ring aggression. I like it. Floof messes up his first punch, takes one. In return, a little bit too aggressive to speed outdoing him. Baxter returning one hold.
Oh, they lost their
stakes. It doesn't matter. Baxter taking that 2-0 looked easy for him, Cole.
I gotta say, you said his name was Picasso in the past, right?
Yeah, that was his old name before he changed it to Floof.
Well, looks like he looked like his painting.
Pretty much, we're going to go on down to our 5th match of the night. Standovich versus Space as they get their warm-ups underway right now. So these two, very interesting boxers indeed. Space, of course, is one of the top boxers because his best win was against Teddy in the Clash. He won the final 6-2, and he lost to Cumberland in the European Finals 4-6. So he still has a pretty decent record, and Stankovic is pretty decent too. I feel Stankovic has some good wins. He won against Chicken. He lost against Teddy 3-4, so it was pretty close. But in terms of boxing potential here, what do you see in both of them, Cole?
Well, since Space Vegemite has the most amount of wins in his belt under his belt, it's definitely going to be a cakewalk. But considering the fact that Stankovic is also the third highest for the tourney placings, he actually might be able to give him a run for his money.
Exactly. One notable detail that I must say is that Space Vegemite has one of the lowest punch hit rates of 69%. There's a joke to be made somewhere. I'm not finding it. But yeah, pretty much.
Too easy.
Too easy. Come on, guys, grow up. So he has one of the lesser punching percentages, and considering that this tournament has seen a lot of whiffs due to overspeed, due to too much speed, do you reckon that might play in Stankovic's favor?
Well, I gotta say, considering the fact that a lot of older boxers are so used to not having that extra speed, this actually might work out as a double-edged sword. But the question is, who's the one wielding it?
Two experienced boxers of the new blood coming in. Stankovic gets a decently early start, charges out with immediate aggression. Space whiffing a couple of punches. Space whiffing as well. Stankovic gets baited into another punch. Whiff punches being whiffed, not as many as I thought. That was a pretty close round.
Especially so since Space Vegemite actually was the slow one on the draw for his buffalo steak.
All right, Stankovic very much faster on the draw there, making sure that he doesn't get out of there. Stankovic immediately aggression out of the way, and Stankovic just cleaning up here. Does whiff a couple of punches, but that does not matter. Stankovic ties up. I think he's tied up the score. I think he did. I'm very tired. He did. He tied up the score. It is 1-1, Cole.
I gotta say, Space Vegemite was getting pretty cocky, and it costing him that round.
The prettiest princess. This will decide who faces Chicken in the quarterfinals. Space coming out immediately. Stankovic going a lot of aggression right out of the gate. Misses a punch! And Space Vegemite moves on to the next round. He missed that punch. I think that may have cost him.
Oh yeah, that definitely did. And he also got himself an extra fist as well, called that Tommy gun.
Our sixth match of the night. Connor versus Cooper King. Connor, Connor, if you have a name in the ADH, what do you usually go by? Because I have actually not heard of a Connor. But in terms of Cooper King, I know Cooper King a little bit better. Cooper King has a pretty decent average hit rate of 72% of the time. It's a very good part of the NHBL. They pay me for it. They don't pay me for this. So as the warm-up rounds 2 and 3 get gone, holding hands causes heart rate, breathing, and brain waves to synchronize. Oh, lovey-dovey fact right there for you. And I'll do one more fact. 7% of Netflix users watch movies on public toilets. That's how do they know that? I'm sorry. How do they know that? That is very confusing to me. That's very confusing.
If you think that's confusing, why don't you? I can't think of any facts that would be confusing. Oh, I got one.
Oh,
so
he's got one.
Okay, it's not really a fact. It's more like a riddle. So, if you were to travel back in time to after you defeated the most evil person on Earth, what would happen if you go back forward in time and smother yourself as a baby?
Oh, the paradox. It's the grandpa paradox. You go back in time to kill your granddad. What would happen?
Oh no! It's still you. It's still you. You just smothered your younger self.
Ah.
After you changed the history of the past, but you still exist, but you still smothered yourself.
Alrighty, so here we go. The new kid versus the newer kid. Connor charging out of the gate first, does whiff a punch. Cooper responding in time, dodging and weaving. Connor receiving a punch or two. Cooper misses a punch. Connor missing a punch. Cooper missing a punch. Doesn't really matter. The speed is too great for Connor in that first round. Cooper King takes it at 1-0, Cole.
Oh yes, just like he's going up the staircase and facing the final boss.
Alrighty, Cooper 1-0. Cooper charging out of the gate. Connor reserving, being patient. Cooper wanting to try and initiate first. Both of them whiffing their first two punches. And more whiffs. All of the whiffs. We might run out of stake here, but it's okay. They have to keep fighting without it. And there we go. It's now just normal speed. Both of them can hit their punches pretty decently. Connor has the aggression. But Jesus, what happened there? Connor with 3 punches, and he suffered for it.
Oh me, oh my! I'm actually surprised that actually lasted as long as it did.
Moving on to our second round, we got Cooper King versus Mr. Dodge versus Patrick quarterfinal, by the way. Moving on to our next match, 7th match of the night. Now this is an interesting one: Teddy Bear versus Rage. Fluffy has a very good, solid, consistent record. In terms of this season, he has won against the likes of Spot and Stanvich, who we just saw. He's not won a tournament, but he did come second place in the Clash, losing to Space Vegemite 2-6. But he has shown himself to be across the board to be very competitive. And then there's Rage Will. Again, very competitive guy, very decent style. He's very well known amongst the circles. He did reach finals in season 8, I think. And he's a very plucky guy. He's shown himself to be quite a challenge sometimes. So what do you think about that, Cole? Do you reckon that Rage Will's pluckiness will save him tonight?
Oh, I think it's gonna be more than just pluckiness, considering the fact that Rage Will is more of a slugger, and everyone has been practicing around with the swarming technique. I think the triangle effect from boxing might work in his favor.
Yes, the slower speed of Rage Will, the more passive approach doesn't technically seem to work, considering that it's too fast to be passive. But we'll see. Teddy is definitely a more aggressive boxer, definitely more of a type of boxer to take a risk, and of course, he has shown himself to be he's very, very versatile, very consistent, but very versatile, and I feel like that'll work in his favor. So, round number 1. 2 experienced NA Fight Night guys on tournament level. Both of them pretty passive to start off. Rage Will with immediate aggression. Teddy trying to follow it up with some aggression of his own. Basing his punches around, but Sage Will just has his number, Cole. 1-0 to Sage Will.
Oh yes, and like I said, the slugger technique is usually the best way to beat a swarmer type.
Winner of this match faces Punchy Boyo in the second round of quarterfinals. Teddy doing an immediate punch. Sage Will meeting it in kind. Sage Will did miss a punch, and that did cost him. That costed him dearly. Teddy Bear ties it up at 1-1.
Trading blows like trading cards. And I gotta say that his name, a fluffy teddy bear, is poorly named.
The bell, you may begin. Match point.
Alright, very, very, very quick. Both of them eating their steaks at the exact same time. No one has the distinct advantage going in. Sage Will going the immediate aggression, gets the first punch onto Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear does respond in kind. Sage Will returning these punches, both of them pretty whiffy. Teddy Bear whips him around. Just pretty damn good dodge and weave. And Teddy Bear is moving on to face Punchy Boyo.
And Sage Will just raged, and he will be back later today.
We have X-Man versus Comfy Len. I think Bagel is X-Man a replacement, or is Comfy Len a replacement?
Oh my.
Because
So boys, 3 rounds, right?
Bagels it seems to be missing in action due to computer issues. We do hope he might be able to get that remedied in due time.
Exactly. So for now, we have our final match of round of 8. We have Fluffy was the substitute. Oh, oh right. Okay. Oh, cool. So there you go. So this is actually one of the scheduled matches. It was Comfy Len versus Axeman. Now, Comfy Len, he's coming off of a huge upset, kind of an upset, but kind of expected win in the European Finals. And Axeman has been kind of there. He's a very consistent boxer for what I have seen, Axeman, but Comfy Len has a huge victory rolling into his favor. And so, do you reckon that Axeman maybe have a little bit of a
Let's go, boys.
worse mind game here?
Well, Axeman needs to work on the accuracy, and if he's hoping to take down the #1 rated person in the United States circuit, Comfy Len.
Exactly. Axeman has got a fairly average percentage rate, and I don't have one for Comfy Len because the percentage rates are only accurate to the clash. I'm sorry. I'm trying my hardest. Big Boy Lethal as well is helping with it in due time as soon as he gets his PC fixed. But pretty much, Axeman's accuracy so far has been fairly-ish average. Comfy Len, of course, definitely has a good accuracy rate, but this is the big important thing.
Last one.
The last
Ready?
the last time that we saw Comfy Len in an American server, he lost round 1 to Chicken. And that was that was a big catalyst to their rematch in the Europeans. So maybe Ping will have something to do with his success.
Ping always plays very closely to one's success.
It tends to be. Round number 1, Comfy Len coming off of the massive European Finals victory, and Axeman kind of being here because he can be. Axeman delivering first punch, very nice hits there from Axeman, driving Comfy Len to the side of the post, and Comfy Len gets whipped up very quickly.
Oh yeah, he was flailing that arm like an axe, and it made its mark through that door called Comfy Len.
Round number 2, Axeman leads 1-0. Can he pull off an upset here? It's our final match. Comfy Len charged forward. Axeman, bloody Ping. Whoa.
I saw it live.
Comfy Len, though, leading the charge in. He's got his punches consistent, and Comfy Len picks up. He does tie it 1-1.
Now this upcoming thing is definitely going to be the biggest determining factor.
Now, last round of the round of 16. Axeman getting a little bit more of the progressive side. Comfy Len willing to hang back for now. Both of them hitting their punches decently well. Whiffs coming out left, right, and center. Axeman down health, and that is it. Comfy Len taking that match 2-1. Very inaccurate punches from Axeman, wouldn't you say, Cole?
Oh yeah, definitely inaccurate. That's the thing about axes. They're powerful, but they lack the proper finesse. And at the end of the day, with this match, Comfy Len has the hindsight to actually know when to strike.
Our first quarter final match. Punchy Boyo and Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear, the stand-in for Egyptian Bagel. Punchy Boyo making it just about past Delta Dial. So from what we have seen so far, Cole, as these warm-up rounds get underway right about now, pretty much Teddy Bear is riding pretty high. Punchy Boyo also pretty decently well. They're both coming off of a 2-1 performance. They can be beaten. So, but in terms of so from what we have seen, do you reckon that they'll be able to continue their performance, or do you reckon that maybe one will outfavor the other in terms of experience here? Because Fluffy's got a lot of experience over Punchy Boyo.
Oh yeah, they for what I've seen, these two dancing around, I gotta say, this little rope dance will become a real shindig. That's for certain.
Absolutely, these two have not faced each other yet, but from what I have seen, but from what I can find on their records, Teddy Bear has got some pretty decent wins behind him, as I said before, and Punchy Boyo, he has one against Picasso. But again, he's only has one tournament under his name in terms of Season 9. And I think from Season 8 as well, he didn't have too great of a showing, I don't think. So I think it's safe to say that there is definitely a big hill to climb. Punchy Boyo doesn't mean he can't win. It's just going to be tough for him, Cole.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna be a lot harder than he would ever expect.
I did find it. I knew that these two faced off against each other. They faced off against each other in the NHBL Finals of last season, and Teddy Bear did beat him 3-0 in the first round, I think, because that's how the NHBL Finals were done. So pretty much, it's own. So will this be a repeat? Can Fluffy repeat it, especially with these new stipulations? All time.
Sure.
So, Teddy Bear, the replacement for Bagel versus Punchy Boyo. Can they do it? Punchy Boyo reaching out with the aggression first out of the gate. He does whiff that punch, and just like that,
a punch to the gullet.
These matches are damn quick. Teddy Bear coming out with barely a scratch call in that first half.
Oh yeah, and the little fairy just flew on high.
At least it isn't steak with eviction notice. That would be pretty funny. Punchy Boyo sticking to the ropes on the outside. Teddy Bear waiting for him to come back in, and Teddy Bear delivering these pretty swift punches, being passive, putting the passive play style on its pedestal. And Punchy Boyo again a little bit too aggressive that time, Cole.
Oh yeah, but the fact that Fluffy was actually dancing onto his right, he was trying to keep up. He just wasn't able to keep up with him. He was still leaning on his right. He was expecting to move onto the left.
I don't think friendship's stupid. Round number 3. Can Teddy clean house like he did last time when they first faced off against each other? Punchy being passive, a little bit too aggressive, deflating his punches a couple of times. He did miss a couple of punches. Fluffy missing quite a few of these, and Teddy just makes it look so easy.
Clean house.
So our second quarter final, almost a semi-final again. It's very tired. What time is it? It's 20 past 1 in the morning. Kill me. It's the second quarter final tonight. It's Cooper King 64 versus Mr. Dr. Senior Vice President SVP EVP Professor Patrick. So Professor Patrick to the ring now. Patrick has come off a dominant win 2-0 against Metro. Now that is pretty decent momentum. As these two get their warm-up rounds underway, from what Patrick has shown against even very tough opponents, he has shown to be quite a very consistent force, if nothing else. Patrick definitely has the old guard thing, and this is definitely the new guard versus old guards for this match. So, do you reckon Patrick will be able to keep his cool here, considering that he's technically the favorite to win this?
As long as no one asks for his certificates, then we're perfectly fine. Oh wait, you're talking about the match. just joking. But seriously, I actually think he actually has what it takes.
I mean, he does show it. He has been to finals. He's been there. He has consistently shown that he can put on a good show, specifically the pay-per-view. We didn't pay, did we? It was a house show match, Fight Night house show against Sage Will. Shout out to my boy Sage Will. But in regards to Cooper King, he has had a fairly decent start to the season. He's ranked 14. He knows what he's doing, I reckon. And overall, inexperience may be a factor, but overall, it is a chance to learn. And so this match will be a very interesting one, to say the least. Mr. Cole.
I gotta say, as long as Koopa Kid knows when to land his punches and actually use the speed to his advantage, he might be able to give the doctor a run for his own duck.
Round number 1 of our second quarter final tonight. Let's see. Patrick and Cooper taking a more reserved approach. Patrick initiating the aggression. Cooper getting the first punch out. He does miss a punch, misses 2 punches. The speed is too much for him. Patrick's movement getting the better of him, Cole.
Oh, yes. Just like the doctor is laying down, has a prescription. And he wants to give you a 5 ounce of pain.
There we go. With an announcement out of the way, it's time for round number 2. Cooper. Both of them kind of dancing around the middle circle. No one to initiate first. Patrick does initiate first, though. Aggression immediately out of the way, and now Cooper is probably in some deep doo-doo here. Tries to get a punch back, but it does not matter. Patrick proving that he can master this technique on the fly.
Oh, and the fact that Koopa was getting really scared. Never turn your back on your opponent. Never flee from your opponent.
It's do or die time. Whoopsies, I dropped a thingy. Doesn't matter about that. Patrick, 1 point away from advancing to the semi-finals. Cooper getting a punch out immediately there. Patrick using the range to his advantage, just charging on him, and that is a very good cleanup. And Patrick trips and falls. Oh, what has he done? But Cole, 3-0, Cole.
Oh, another clean house. I gotta say, if he was a short little plumber, he grabbed him by the tail. You know what's gonna happen next.
This quarterfinal, arguably the hypest. Probably one of the hypest ones of the night. These two are very good boxers.
Warm up, lads.
We're going doing the warm ups. So as warm ups get underway right about now, we're going to talk a little bit.
You may
Please eat the steaks, please.
I'll use a shotgun to give you the designation, I guess.
Yes. You know what? Very smart. Very smart dude. So Chicken, he has, according to the stats up until the clash, the highest hit percentage of any boxer in the league at 86%. Very consistent. He's very consistent. I'd argue that he is technically Europe's #1 still. Granted, Comfy Len has got a lot of momentum, but and he is in another quarterfinal tonight against Baxter. But with Chicken, he's got a lot of time in the ring. He's got a lot of time, and considering Space Vegemite is still out for looking for another tournament win, do you reckon that Chicken might be, on edge tonight?
Ooh, yeah. Especially for tonight. But hey, look at the bright side. At least he'll have a nice meal. I just hope he's hungry for steak.
He's hungry for steak, nothing but steak. So, in terms of Space Vegemite's victories, he has a couple of notable ones. In fact, I think 3 notable ones. He has one against Jojo 4-0, again, the final of the Clash, where he won against Teddy 6-2, and a very dominant win against Retro 4-0 in the semi-finals of the European Finals. So, with those kind of numbers under his belt, and considering that Chicken has... He's pretty consistent, I'd say, but considering those numbers, I wouldn't be surprised if Space Vegemite would be predicted to win tonight.
Perhaps considering what has been going on for the Vegemite, I definitely would say maybe.
Maybe.
No worries about those slippery ropes. Round 1 of probably the closest quarterfinal we'll have. Space Vegemite immediately out with the aggression. Chicken meeting in due time in the middle of that ring, waiting for the punch to come out. But Chicken is a couple punches behind, and Space Vegemite whips up on Chicken's mistakes.
Ooh, I gotta say, he started out strong. He started out strong with that slug to the face at the beginning, but he just couldn't keep up with the blitzkrieg of punches.
Alrighty, with that out of the way, Chicken gets a very good start on eating his buffalo steak, but waiting for him to come out of the corner, that's pretty courteous. Chicken moving in, very high aggression from Chicken, and it works very well.
Ooh, now that is what I call a good, clean, speedy match. Chicken had basically just launched himself like a rocket, and blitzkrieg of punches onto this Vegemite.
Sound of the bell, you may eat.
Alrighty, it's 1-1. Who will be the first to break the tie to get the advantage? Chicken pushing out forward. Space Vegemite meeting in the center. Space does miss that punch, but Chicken is slow with that.
Here it comes!
Punches, and Space Vegemite meets in the middle, making it 2-1. Cole.
Oh yeah, like an earlier match, they've been trading blows like Pokemon cards, and this time Vegemite has the granddaddy card that we all want. The Charizard. It's always Charizard.
Round number 4. Chicken, 1 point down. Chicken with immediate aggression out there, whiffing his first punch, allowing space for match to get it. He has to play pass. He couldn't play calm. He didn't want to refocus. And Space Vegemite. The insult to injury, Space. What are you doing? Flexing on him, literally flexing on Chicken there, Cole.
Powerbomb him.
Oh, baby, that was a fun match. Both of them gone back and forth with a punch. No, literally, to and fro.
And now we are moving on to a very, in my opinion, dream match. Baxter taking on the current top flight boxer in the league, Comfy Len. Now, Comfy Len, European, British man, playing on ping. Baxter, the experienced commentator, is America, has better ping. But with Comfy Len's momentum now coming into this, what's Baxter got to do?
How did I get in here?
He's got to win the match, boss.
I've gotta say, despite having lower ping than the Americans, he has proved himself to be a true blue British buster.
Exactly. And when it comes to Comfy Len's record, it is nothing to shake a stick at whatsoever. May I remind all the viewers at home of his record in the European Finals. Won 2-0 against the Sasha Heavyweight Championship finalist El Comandante. Won 3-2 against Chicken. 4-3 against Spartan. And 6-4 against Space Vegemite. Third, second, first seed at the time. He beat all of them. So Comfy Len is very, very good right now. Arguably one of the favorites to win the whole damn thing. But with this matchup against Bax, I reckon he has the ability to take it, but Bax is a plucky son of a bitch, if I know him very well, so... But what's Bax got to do to climb this, well, Everest, pretty much?
As the way you climb up any mountain. One step at a time.
There you go. Alrighty, here we go. Round number one. The number one seed versus the pluckiest man alive. Let's have a look. Comfy Len charging out Baxter, actually hitting the punch. Hits 2 punches. Hits 3 of them. Bax, very good. Comfy Len accepted his defeat. Bax moved the superior movement that round.
I'm pretty sure Comfy Len just thought to himself, well, I guess I'll die then.
At the bell.
Alrighty, a surprise 1-round win for Baxter. Can Comfy Len match it, or can Baxter continue his role? Comfy Len playing more passive, missing a punch. Both of them, 4 of those punches whiffing. Bax backing up into the corner, and Bax meeting him very squarely into the center of the ring.
Oh, Lord almighty!
Bax misjudged his reach, and that is Comfy Len tying up the score. He almost had it, Baxter. He almost had it.
Ooh. I gotta say, Baxter almost got the Comfy Len. He almost got him. They were, that was exciting.
With the bell sounding, it is 1-1. Who will be the first to get the advantage going into the 4th round? Bax hitting the first punch to Comfy Len, and that is a very clean punch. Len returns it in time. Baxter's got to time these punches well. Len charging forward, and Baxter was just overwhelmed with the speed of the reaction time, and Comfy Len picking up another round win, 2-1.
Oh, baby. That he was starting up. Baxter was starting out strong too. But I guess the ping has the edge, as I see, for Comfy Len.
It is round number 4. Comfy Len with a 2-1 lead, match point in his favor. Comfy Len charging out towards the side of the ring. Baxter missing a punch out right there. Oh, it's not looking good for Baxter. Baxter up against him. Jesus, that reach, and that is gonna be fatal pending a dispute. Comfy Len, we have a dispute from Mr. Baxter. What is he disputing? That man reached all the way across the ring.
After further review, the ruling in the ring has been changed. It was determined that the red heavy boxer did not did have extended range on his fists through a hit registration error. Therefore, the round is void. It's 2-1 favor of red.
Sometimes ping does be like that. pretty standard meme. Here we go. A redo of round number 4. Baxter backing away. Glenn taking dominant center ring position. Very good punches from Glenn. Does get but it doesn't matter. That looked pretty damn clean to me. And Baxter gets cleaned up. Glenn moves on to the semi-finals where he's going to be facing Dr. Professor. What a very decent match, despite the dispute. What a very good match indeed. Comfrey then proving that he can carry his momentum onto 120 ping.
Ah, man. I almost had a heart attack back there.
What are you looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward space capacities. I really want to see him shine tonight, and I want to see Comfy doing his best to keep his win streak up.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be awesome. Well, hey, let's talk no further. We're getting down with our warm-up rounds with our first match tonight: Fluffy Teddy Bear and Space Vegemite. I mean, you could say either one of these matches can be main event caliber. I mean, and we still have the finals at the end of the night that will be the main event. I mean, I'm very fortunate to, and I'm sure Passy, you could say the same. Very fortunate to call an event like this with so much skill, a lot of new skill. We've seen a lot of great new faces come up from Fight Night, and even people that we've never seen before. So it's very good to have boxers come up from the minor league system to up to the main circuit. And as we see here, the buffalo steak sandwich will be in effect, as we will see here in the warm-ups. We for people that maybe not viewed it yesterday, which go ahead and do that as soon as you can. So we're just going to get ready for the warm-up. So opacity, buffalo steak sandwich. It is a it is a tremendous item to use, and in boxing it's very powerful. I mean, I think 2 hits and the other person's down or something like that. I mean, it's tremendous. And Space Vegemite just jumped. You can't do that. No, it's actually just 4 hits. Sorry. But opacity. I mean, buffalo steak sandwich, very crucial, very different for these boxers. Not easy to transition from one thing to another.
Yeah, those buffalo steaks will make the fighting more intense, as fighters will have to think a little bit more of every punch they will land on their opponent tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we're trying to get going here. I think they're trying to communicate here. The Simi decides not to count that last one. It seems to be some kind of error on Space Vegemite, but that's okay. We want proper warm-ups, of course. And we also, too, a lot of people forgot. I think I've talked to a couple boxers who's in the tournament, like Rage Will, Baxter, and all those. They forgot a important attribute from the buffalo steak sandwich: the speed effect. They forgot that the speed effect was even with the buffalo steak sandwich. So that is crucial to weave back and forth, which is very crucial in boxing. I mean, opacity. That speed boost is very crucial. Do you think that maybe these boxers, I mean, they've already boxed in this tournament, don't get me wrong, but do you see that being an advantage for some of these boxers, or maybe even a disadvantage since they're not used to it?
I may see Comfy getting the speed boost as a disadvantage, because being a rookie doesn't properly mean that you didn't live every type of fight during the 6 months. I may think Space Vegemite might be very creative with the speed boost tonight.
All right, and the bell has rung, and both boxers eating a sandwich. And here we go. So when the bell rings, it technically doesn't, the fighting doesn't start, but the eating does. And it looks like Space Vegemite tried to punch Fluffy Teddy Bear there, and it's so quicker than a lot of the boxers are used to. Fluffy Teddy Bear was able to dodge that crucial hit, it looks like, or I think he just flat out missed. Opacity, what did you see in that one that gave Fluffy Teddy Bear the 1-0 victory?
We were able to see that Space Vegemite wasn't really with the speed boost. It got a little tricky for him, and he didn't land all of his punches. And he tried to turn Fluffy Teddy Bear, but that's where he didn't land his tricky punch. So that wasn't Nice roam, so he immediately lost that first round.
All right, and they're both going to do the sandwich. Space Vegemite, which is a little late on to eating that sandwich. I don't think it's going to halter him too much. Oh, and Space Vegemite was able to get a first punch there. And Fluffy Teddy Bear looks like to even the odds a little bit. Oh, and looks like it's going to be down to the one punch. Who's going to get that crucial hit? And Fluffy Teddy Bear does. That was a close one at the end there. That was very close. Space Vegemite was so close on getting that victory. It was literally the last punch remaining got that. Past the Fluffy Teddy Bear's up 2-0. What do you see in here that Fluffy Teddy Bear's doing better than Space Vegemite?
Well, yeah, Fluffy he did his best during this round. I don't think when Space Vegemite got a little late on his sandwich, that wasn't a disadvantage. It was just timing, and the first punch he landed, could have thrown him into victory, but he didn't manage to connect everything.
Okay, and I apologize for me coughing. I'm just getting off of a sickness. Don't worry, it's not coronavirus. I'm good. So Space Vegemite's going to kind of try to meet him in the middle there, but Fluffy Teddy Bear backing off. They both trade punches. And look, they're still trading punches there. Oh, and Space Vegemite missed that last hit. Oh, and Fluffy Teddy Bear missed those 2 hits. Space Vegemite comes up behind him and takes him out. Crucial punches by Fluffy Teddy Bear. He could not connect for the life of it. And Space Vegemite is back in the game, Opacity.
That was purely beautiful, magnificent fight we just saw. We were able to see that Space just understand how the speed boost goes, and we're able to perfectly turn Fluffy to evade all of his punches. That was purely beautiful.
All right. And they both eat their sandwich, and then they go. And oh, they look like they're trying to textbooking each other. Thought the other person was going to hit, and they both back away, only with no hits being hit. They're starting to think kind of similar. And Fluffy Teddy Bear, they're able to dodge a lot of those punches there, and he goes flawless in that round. You have to say that is picture perfect. Just about as much as you want to script it up as you can get. Fluffy Teddy Bear's up 3-1, and yeah, I mean that was just nothing Space Vegemite can do about that one. Fluffy Teddy Bear read him like a book.
Yeah, he was able to totally escape all of the punches. That was pretty unfortunate for Space Vegemite, who started to understand how everything goes, but no, it wasn't enough. And we can see that Space Vegemite have a little eye ping, so that may have played in here.
All right, so it is match point for Fluffy Teddy Bear. Fluffy Teddy Bear wins. He moves on to the next round. It's a big victory to fight against Space Vegemite. Oh, and Fluffy Teddy Bear, I think he kind of not expecting that. And Space Vegemite comes up, and it's now 3-2. I'm not exactly sure why Fluffy Teddy Bear stopped. I think he was like saying a good hit or something like that. But you gotta save the camaraderie ship until after the match, because Space Vegemite doesn't care. He just wants to win.
Yeah, too much friendship can easily lead to a lose, and we were able to see it there. He stopped and just thought, "Oh, what a nice opponent I have," and just lost the round. That was really bad for Fluffy. But I think he won a really close match.
Okay, and there goes the bell, and both of them eating their steak sandwich, and we're all ready to go. Still match point for Fluffy Teddy Bear. Oh, and Space Vegemite acting some aggressive there, but I think Space Vegemite missed a couple punches there, as did Fluffy Teddy Bear, and it is tied up. Holy moly, Teddy Bear goes croaky, and it is now tied 3-3, and you're going to have a tiebreaker here in this first semifinals match. Opacity, maybe we're still thinking about Fluffy Teddy Bear, not last round, not the previous round, about him maybe being a little too friendly. It might just be costing him in this match. What do you think, Opacity?
If it cost him the victory of the match, it will be so bad. We can now call him the movie boxer. He's just too friendly and got beaten by Space Vegemite, and if it cost him the victory, it would be so unfortunate. But it will be a big lesson for everyone else after him.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is tiebreaker time. And both these boxers are heading out. Look at that speed boost. They go out of the corners really quick there. And Fluffy Teddy could not get that roll punch there. Can we see a comeback? Oh, and they missed, but Space Vegemite gets the last punch. Oh, and Space Vegemite pulls out a comeback. What are we watching, the Super Bowl? Come on now. Space Vegemite wins, and he moves on to the finals. And we will see who will be facing in the next round. What a match that was, Opacity.
Well, that was a beautiful match. I'm so sorry for Fluffy Teddy Bear, who lost the round just because of his little friendliness and that comeback that wasn't expected at all. I'm pretty proud of Space Vegemite. I knew he was gonna win tonight, but not a full match, you see.
EU up! Woo! Well done, Mr. Vegemite. That was a hell of a comeback. A 3-1 down deficit to pull it back and a 4-3 win. Well done. What was racing through your heart there?
Dude, what do you mean racing through my heart? Nothing races through my heart. It's only just the pure power to win. So I'm gonna do a callback to the clash and just say I punched him and I won the video game.
You punched him and you won the video game, but you were down though. You were badly losing that. Surely,
We don't talk about that.
surely you had to change something to bring it back.
Nah, I watched a bit of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. That's how I got the comeback.
Didn't wait for the warm-up rounds between Patrick and Comfy Len. Best 4 out of 7 as usual. Now, Patsy, we've seen a lot go on already tonight. We've seen a comeback and a tiebreaker all in one. I mean, this match didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah, it was absolutely full of hype, and this match was a proof that anything can happen tonight, and in pretty much every event. And that match was maybe a little hint about of what Comfy is gonna feel tonight. Maybe his win streak is gonna go down. He's gonna stop. We never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of NHBL boxing. You never know what's going to happen. And, Comfy Len, he's been on a tear these past couple months. He's still a rookie by all technicalities, and I have to say it's probably one of the best rookie stories ever since Ice. I think that's a fair comparison. Ice had a similar dominant streak early in his career, and we're seeing a lot of the same comparison to Comfy Len. Now, am I going to call him a 2-time Sasha Heavyweight Champion? It's a little too early to tell for that, but you cannot help it, Opacity, that Comfy Len, for being so new here in HBL, to come out and do what he has done. He has beaten some of the best boxers HBL has to offer, and as I say that, Patrick kills him. But it's still warm-ups. It's still warm-ups. But Comfy Len has beaten a lot of great boxers. Do you see him possibly going all the way and winning this tournament? I mean, it's very possible.
It's a high possibility that he wins tonight. It will be something pretty amazing. A total rookie winning so much. That will be just beautiful to be here living these moments with all of you. And I will be very proud to see this. But I would be very it would be very interesting to see Patrick beat Comfy tonight.
All right, and they also say Pepsi Zero and Moonpark Flame will never be in the same room at once. I highly agree with that. All right, anyway, so here we go, and they're both out of the corners real fast, going really aggressive in this one, and it's super fast. I can't even talk this fast. Come on, guys. Hey, Comfy Len, no, and Patrick hit the ropes instead of Comfy Len. You don't do that. Comfy Len takes it 1-0 Opacity.
Well, effectively, like you said, it was very, very quick. They were both very aggressive player. I think Comfy is aggressive because he wants to keep his crown over his head, and Patrick just want to finish it quick and just destroy Comfy tonight.
All right, and they both eat the sandwich. They're pretty hungry. And here they go, and Comfy Len out of the gate really quick there, and Patrick missed a hit. Comfy Len is going to try to retaliate as much as he can. And now it's just dead on, and Patrick ties it up. That was some pure, unadulterated face punching in that round. Very aggressive, and I think that has something to do with the buffalo steak sandwich, the speed, the crits. Opacity, what do you think?
Yeah, like you said, they are both very aggressive. I think the bison blood might go with their DNA and gives them all that strength tonight. This is purely amazing to see. Such dedicated player. They really dedicated to win tonight.
I think Comfyland might have misclicked there, but that's okay. So here we go. The bell didn't ring, so no warning or penalty will be issued because it technically didn't ring, so we're good there. Both boxers getting off quick punches to each other, but I think Patrick missed that one hit. Comfyland is going to try to retaliate, and he does just that. Comfyland's up 2-1 in this one. Opacity, Patrick missed that ever-crucial hit, and that was the downfall of his win.
Yeah, they were very quick. Both of them, though. I can speak properly. Both of them were very quick on that round. And I think Patrick might have been too quick on that one because missing that little punch make him miss the victory of the round.
Alright, another match of Fight Night, although with no buffalo steak sandwich, it was also a pretty close one as well, and they're just living up to the hype. Might as well, right? Alright, and they both trade off hits there, and it looked like Patrick, I thought he got the hit on, I guess he didn't. Comfyland gets the victory on that one. It is 3-1. Comfyland has match point on that one. And Opacity, it looked like Patrick might have hit him, but I'm not sure. Opacity, what do you say? Yeah, it looked like I'm not exactly sure on that, but Patrick might have just missed. But that's okay. We're not seeing any weird dispute or anything. So I guess we're good on there. I think Passy's having some kind of audio issue. So without further ado, Comfyland is up match point. Now, Fedora already put this in chat, even though I was just gonna say it. Comfyland, if he wins this one, we could have a potential, well, we would have a rematch of the European Finals. And we are gonna get that just as soon as I say that. Comfyland gets the victory, and he wins 4-1. We're gonna have a rematch.
Sir, tell me your thought process and lean into the microphone.
I'm leaning into my microphone as we speak. I eat lots of bat soup to give me all my strength. I'm sharing it with you all tonight.
Cool. Was using the KGB different because of the steak sandwich? Did it feel different? Did it was it?
Yeah, everything feels more, I don't know, stringy. Feels like you're sort of lagging behind where you're getting hit and pressing your S key is a death sentence. So,
are you excited for your match? Who's he facing?
Spacevich, the rematch of the EU Finals.
Where are my notes? Where are my notes?
He's now hitting him with his notes. That is appalling.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Can't find my notes. So what can we expect from you in the?
Some left clicking, some right clicking, some W's, some S's, some A's and D's.
All right, and what do you have to say for your next opponent?
Punch time.
We are back at it here in day 2 of the Fisticuffs. My name is Cinemac, apparently, and we're bringing that back, apparently. Cinemac alongside Opacity, and let me tell you this, Opacity, you must be pretty excited. A rematch. 2 Europeans, by the way, and we're about to see it here. But the differences, though, in this match is a buffalo steak sandwich. Between these 2 boxers, they fought last month. Now when you add another element being the buffalo steak sandwich, do you see this maybe turning the favor to Space Vegemite or Comfyland?
Well, we were able to see that Space Vegemite worked better with pressure. So I may think he may win a few rounds, like maybe the second or the first. I'm pretty sure Comfy will take the lead pretty easily. But we never know what we are going to see with Space Vegemite.
Yeah, he is unpredictable, but I mean that's not a bad thing to say. But he can get aggressive, but he can also hold back a little bit too. So yeah. So both of these boxers are still doing their warm-ups. I believe it's the second round of the warm-ups. We're just waiting for them to eat. There we go. All right. So yeah. So Space Vegemite and Comfy Len. It's a big match. Space Vegemite trying to get revenge. I'm sure Space Vegemite really wants to beat Comfy Len. He's looking pretty solid in the warm-up rounds of Opacity. I mean, what are you seeing in the warm-up so far that's Space Vegemite's kind of countering Comfy Len with?
Yeah, we can totally see that Space Vegemite is pretty. He learned how to totally work with Stick with the Bison, and he learned how Comfy worked. So I think he might have the advantage right here.
All right. And last warm-up round, just one last question to you, Opacity, and it's a blunt one. Who do you expect to win this match? Yes, I put you on the spot.
That's a really hard question, but I have lots of hope with Space Vegemite. I may think it's gonna break Comfy win streak and become tonight's champion.
All right. So far, no disputes so far today. But with 6 out of 11, who knows? All right, so both boxers are out quickly. This is a rematch from the European Finals. In the finals, I should say. And and Space Vegemite gets a quick win. They were punching back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Opacity, it was literally the last punch win in that one.
Yeah, we could see that this fight was quicker than Patrick and then I'm not able to talk properly. Than the last fight that Patrick and Comfy who did a very quick round, but this one, whoa, that was quicker than expected.
All right, and both boxers eating their sandwich. And Space Vegemite is going to want to get that victory back. It was so close, so even. Oh, and it looked like Space Vegemite might have missed. And he's still missing. He got a couple shots off of Comfy Len, but Comfy Len has the advantage. And he takes him out really well on that one. It is 2-0 for Comfy Len. Capacity. It's tied 1-1. I think I might have said Comfy Len won the first round. I apologize. I'm sorry. So real quick, Opacity, what do you think of that match?
That was really quick and unlucky to Space Vegemite to miss his oldie punch.
All right. I'm the EVP of broadcasting, ladies and gentlemen. Hi. All right, Simi, when you're ready, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, it's a good fight to both of you. Both only 5 rounds from victory. Keep it going clean. You're ready, Vegemite. Yep. And Comfy, you're ready. All right. And you hear the bell, you may begin.
All right, so it is tied. It is tied. It is a tie game, and it is tied. Okay, just so you know, it is tied. So we're going back at it, and both punches land to each boxer. It is very close. Space Vegemite going very aggressive there, and Comfy Len trying to corner him, but it did not happen. And pure grounding and pounding, a sensation by Space Vegemite, and it is 2-1 in Space Vegemite's favor. It is not Comfy Len's favor. Space Vegemite, just so we're clear. Opacity, what'd you think of that match? I mean, that was a purely aggressive.
That was purely aggressive. We like you said, it right cornered him, but it didn't work properly because he misses. I saw him, he missed. Comfy missed the punch, and Space Vegemite just get him back.
All right, and they're both going to eat their buffalo steak sandwich. Hey, at least a steak sandwich has something to do with this game anymore, huh? All right, so both boxers being aggressive there, and Space Vegemite trying to put him in the corner, but then they switch it up, and Comfy Len puts him in the corner, and you never put him in the corner because he will probably lose. So it is now 2-2. Clayface now I have to actually read the chat to make sure I'm correct. Opacity, Comfy Len. He's changed his strategy mid-box. That is truly a skill that a rookie boxer like him it doesn't come by often.
Being a rookie doesn't mean you're bad. I think he did great studied how to properly change tactics without your enemies, without your opponents notifying.
All right, here we go. It is just back and forth action between these two, but I don't think anyone's complaining. I know I'm not. And Comfy Land just kind of going to go around in a circle there. They're both going to meet up in the middle of the ring. It is last punch wins, it looks like. Oh, and they both miss! But Comfy Land takes them out. And now it's 3-2 Comfy Land. He's halfway there, ladies and gentlemen. And a very good showing there between both these boxers. Such a very even match, Opacity.
Yeah, we were about to see lots of going back and forth, but at the same time, there was coordinated and some a little time. Vegemite missed a punch and Comfy didn't, so that just made up the round.
Alright, so a little confusion there, but it's okay. We all got sorted out. So here we go. And this match is living up to the expectations for sure. It's such an even match. Such a close match. They both trade off punches. Space Vegemite gets that back, and now it's tied, right? It's tied. Oh, it is a tied game. This is a big, pretty even match, but here's the thing. Space Vegemite had a lead once, and he hasn't gotten that lead back. Opacity. There's got to be a time where Space Vegemite can finally get the lead over Comfy again.
Yeah, like I told you, Vegemite worked better on pressure, so now that it's very tied, we can finally see his final form, his full power.
Alright. Excuse me. Oh, God. Alright. Both are all crit and both are all speed. And looks like Comfy Land is kind of jacking himself up. He is motivated as all heck. And now Space Vegemite gets that last hit, but it's not enough! It's not enough for Comfy Land. Space Vegemite is up 4-3 in this one. It is such a close match, and Space Vegemite finally gets a win over in Comfy Land. Opacity, is this a start to possibly Space Vegemite winning this thing?
I think Space Vegemite is gonna win tonight. I'm pretty confident about this, but let's see. You never know what's gonna happen, so I'm still pretty sure that he's gonna win tonight.
Alright, they're both gonna eat their sandwich, and they are about ready to go, and here they are. Speeding out of their corners. Comfy Land missed that punch. Space Vegemite was so fast, and Comfy Land knocked himself in the corner. Comfy Land kind of just stood there. He realized that, well, here I am. I have to die right here. And he did. He did die in his match point. Space Vegemite might be able to get that revenge off of Comfy Land. Opacity.
Yeah, I think Comfy win streak is gonna end tonight, because Space Vegemite is quite a gigantic opponent for him. I won't if I can say that. So it's so intense, so incredible to see.
Yeah, and it's just crazy. This match is definitely one of the matches for sure that people will be looking at for at the end of the year, I'm sure. All right, so it is match point for Space Vegemite, but Comfy Land, he can still pull off a comeback. We've already seen it once tonight. Simi, please take it away.
All right, big round for you, Comfy Land. You can still make a comeback. Good luck. You, yeah, same for you, Space Vegemite. Could be your revenge, but are you ready? And are you ready? Yeah, you already said yeah, you're ready. All right.
Will Comfy Land be able to come back in this one? And they both trade off punches. Equal hits there. Who's gonna get that last punch? And Space Vegemite does it! Space Vegemite does it! Comfy missed that last punch! And Space Vegemite wins this season's Fisticuffs. And Space Vegemite is now a 2-time winner this season. Opacity, what a great match between these two. These guys really put it all on the line tonight.
Yes, they put all their heart, mind, and body into those matches. That was purely dramatic and beautiful. And dramatic, beautiful, beautiful for Vegemite, who's winning tonight, and dramatic for Comfy, who, like I said it, lose in his win streak tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a fantastic tournament, and the My Variety Fisticuffs officially concluded. We announced it last night, but congratulations to Baxter, Koopa King 64, and Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick, all qualifying for the playoffs since the other 5 competitors in the Elite 8 have already qualified. And congratulations to all 8 of the Elite 8 in the Fisticuffs. We're going to see them in June. But, of course, the Final 4 concluding tonight. 4th place going to Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick. Congratulations to you. You've been on an incredible streak, not just through fight nights, but through the major circuits. Of course, not the result you wanted tonight, but you qualified for the playoffs through your efforts. Congratulations. We'll see you in June at the NHBL Finals. A Fluffy Teddy Bear, of course, 3rd place. A close heartbreaker, unfortunately, especially after your path through the tournament with beating Rage Will in the final round of the first round, sweeping Punchy Boyo, another competitor in the playoffs, and then just this close tonight to getting to the final. But congratulations to you. We'll see you in June, and I believe you're signed up to be in the Battle Royale as well. But congratulations. We'll see you in the future tournaments. Comfy Len, of course, the European Finals champion, got all the way to the final of this tournament and just fell 3 rounds short of claiming his 2nd major circuit tournament win. Congratulations to you. We'll, of course, see you in the playoffs because you already qualified with the European Finals, but congratulations on the 2nd place victory. Space Vegemite, your 2nd major win in Season 9. Could have been 3 if you had sealed the deal in the European Finals, but you've got your 2nd win, your 1st one coming with the Clash. Congratulations to you as well. We'll see you in the playoffs in June and probably in the Battle Royale as well. Congratulations to all 4 of you. I hand it over to Sins to give you some deep questioning.
All right. First of all, I want to say congratulations to all these boxers, even all the people that participated in Fisticuffs. I am pretty sure just about all of them, except maybe I think one. We're all in fight night at least one point or another. So as the lead coordinator of fight night. Oh, sorry, I was on TF2 chat. Sorry. So basically, like I was saying, sorry, I don't know why I pressed that button. Anyways, so just about everyone that in the Fisticuffs fought in fight night at one point or another. So as a fight night lead coordinator, I'm very happy for that to happen. You know, fight night's been doing very well, bringing in some new boxers, and these 4 are definitely the perennial boxers in our system right now. So I want to say just right now before I interview you guys, congratulations to you 4. You guys done very well in the Fisticuffs, and you guys done very well in your fight night days and just in boxing in general. So congratulations to these 4. All right, so Patrick, my boy Patrick from the SSBL days. You know, you've more of like a rejuvenation of your career, perhaps, here in the NHBL. You know, you've done tremendously well in Fight Night. You were Fight Night champion for almost about a month, actually. You've done tremendously well to come back in your previous self. Just about, Patrick, you might have gotten 4th place, but you did qualify for the finals. So give me your thoughts. Give me your feelings.
Well, for someone who originally wasn't even participating in the tournament, who kind of just came in as filler, I think I'm pretty happy with 4th place. When I heard I was going to be fighting Comfy again, I was hoping to finally get revenge for what happened at last fight night, but that clearly fell up short. Yeah, well, hey, you know, you qualified for the finals, and really, you know, that, I mean, not to say that the win in this tournament isn't important, but that is the most important. That's why everyone competes in the tournament, to get to the finals, and you did that this tournament. So congratulations, well done, and see you back in fight night like usual. Fluffy Teddy Bear, you obviously doing another great, solid tournament. You didn't win this time, but you still managed to finish in the top 4, like per usual, it seems like. I mean, you've done pretty well for yourself this season. What have you been doing to kind of keep pace and just keep being consistent this season? And I believe Fluffy Teddy Bear is going to be doing a chat. Oh, and he just dies? All right, that's fine. All right, up next, 2nd place winner, Comfy Land. Listen, just so we know, he hasn't been boxing here in HBL he hasn't even been boxing for 6 months yet. He's still a rookie. And for him to win the Tasha Heavyweight Championship, to be the current Fight Night champion, which you should be wearing it, to prove it, but that's okay. And now being 2nd place to Space Vegemite, I mean, you have to be feeling good. Like I said, you're a newer boxer. I'm sure there's a whirlwind full of emotions for you right now, but kind of express it in your way to everyone watching here live and on Twitch?
Yeah, I just didn't punch him hard enough or long enough. Came up 3 rounds short at the end. But second place is first of the losers, so I'm happy to be the biggest loser.
Oh no, not at all. You know, like I said, you've done tremendously well. We'll be seeing you probably this Friday, hopefully at Fight Night. He's the current Fight Night champion, so bringing it with honor. So congratulations, ComfyLand, on your second place victory. And of course, we have to go to ComfyLand. ComfyLand, you've done it again. You are now the winner of another tournament this season. You actually mentioned Comfy and you mentioned to me privately that you guys wanted another match. You guys wanted a rematch. Hold on, wait. Someone's mentioning me.
Len, you meant Space Veg.
Oh, Space Vegemite. Okay, so everybody's freaking out in the chat. I really am. I'm sorry.
Come on, I don't look homeless.
All right.
Forehead.
Listen. Please, I know we don't. Listen. I know with the European Fight Night, I get that there's some tension. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'll just make it short. You and Comfy wanted to fight in a match so bad. You guys DM'd me saying that you guys wanted a rematch. You got your rematch tonight, and now you come up to the bigger man in this. But I have to ask you, ComfyLand has 1 win. You have 1 win. I mean,
and if you're gonna be asking what I think you're asking, tiebreaker, yes, please give it to me right now.
Oh, not right now. Not right now. We're kind of doing something a little bit.
Not game a ring, Len. Come on.
But I have to ask you this though. I mean, this is a great event. You did tremendously well, but I have to ask you, with your buffalo steak sandwich, I mean, it's a little differently. Being the winner, since you won the tournament, give me your thoughts, Space, of the buffalo steak sandwich, of how you felt during the event with doing something you are probably not used to.
Buffalo steak sucks, don't use it. 0 out of 10, it doesn't. It's not bad meat, just don't. It's called buffalo for a reason, because it sucks. it just sucks. Like, no.
And of course, sponsored primarily by Thinny Mac and Cheese, branded all across the world. And now, the final match.
I hope they get in the crease tonight. Anyway, so